Hello. Welcome to LUMA Montessori. I am Charlotte, and virtual teacher with LUMA Montessori. Our topic for today is how movement enhances learning. Of course, we all need to move to get through life, but how children learn is intimately connected to their movements. When movement is involved, the brain is stimulated differently than it is when one is passively watching and listening. Especially in the face of our sedentary lifestyles and our addiction to all types of screens, it's important to ask ourselves, what kinds of activity do children really need? The brain depends on all types of movement to develop. Consider, for example, how the pathways in the brain control the movement of my fingers as I type this. When I learned to type as a teenager, it took conscious effort to move my fingers onto the correct keys. But practice makes perfect. It takes practice to learn to hold a pencil, then to write letters, and finally to have them all mean something. Remember your child's first steps, and how he tumbled and stumbled until he could hold himself upright? Maria Montessori observed that movement enhances learning. In her book, The Discovery of the Child, she wrote, "One of the most important practical aspects of our method has been to make the training of the muscles enter into the very life of the children so that it is intimately connected with their daily activities." The prepared environment allows children to move freely around the classroom. They do not have an assigned seat, nor the children are expected to ask permission to move about. Children choose their activities, and much of the work is done on small rugs on the floor. A student from a Montessori school said it best, "I like Montessori school because you can walk around the classroom and not sit in desks all day. You make your own snack and we can choose our own work." Montessori based her method of education on the premise that learning is linked to movement. Children trace the sandpaper letters while they learn the sounds. They match the color tablets and find corresponding colors in the classroom. Children handle the cylinder blocks or pink tower, learning subtle differences in weight and size. Children discover many things themselves and the larger world by moving about. Dancing to music, playing catch, or going to the playground no doubt are already part of your child's daily schedule. While this large muscle activity is important, the emphasis here is on the less obvious movements which are essential to growth and learning. Parents should avoid turning on those television and computer screens. Though screen time may quiet your child and be of an educational nature, they are hypnotic and your child is mostly passive. It is very different to learn how to build a tower of blocks in real life than it is to do it on a touch screen. An older child may get to learn some information from watching an informative program, but this information only becomes useful when it is coupled with his concrete experience. From the time a child begins to move, children are becoming independent. Prepare your home, or at least several rooms will help children move about freely and safely. Parents should ensure there are interesting activities or toys in view and within reach, so your child can play without your assistance. Parents should involve their children with household chores. Few examples are setting the table, or chopping veggies, pouring the drinks, or washing the dishes for the older child. When you are busy, set your child up with an activity nearby, such as painting at an easel or building with blocks on a small rug. After a ride in the car, take a little walk up the street or around the block before you enter the house. Play a game with your child if they are demanding your attention. I wonder if you can move that truck around the hallway and into the family room without it touching anything, just the way truck drivers do. Let's see how many blocks can be balanced on top of one another. I wonder if you can find all the red things in the room. Helping your child learn how to be in control of his movements will stimulate his physical and mental development. We hope these tips has provided some ideas on practicing Montessori at home. If you have any questions or need help, please don't hesitate to contact us for answers at clientcare@lumamontessori.com. We are here to help you in your Montessori journey.